And Kitley chewed him up in that game.
Kitley dominated when they played back in January, but Miami's young posts are playing a lot better in Spearman and Lattimore, so expecting big games from them.
And either Spearman did not even start in that game. She fouled out in about 7 minutes. Diane Day-Wilson, the Duke transfer, has been a dynamic pickup for Katie Meyer out of the transfer portal. Jasmine Roberts runs right into Matilda Eck, who is called for the personal foul, and the answer to who is starting for Elizabeth Kitley is Rose Mishaw, who has not played in a game since January 25th.
It's a very unique situation for Mishaw. Mishaw started the season starting, but has not played since January 25th, has not started since the loss at Duke on January 18th. She's a transfer from Minnesota. She's a great rebounder and a great defensive player, but had not been shooting the ball well, and Kenny Brooks likes to play a shorter rotation. Looks like Mishaw's ready to go. They're gonna need a big game from Rose Mishaw.
She had 16 starts before she not only wasn't starting anymore, but wasn't playing anymore. That's Spearman who gets the bucket, had a double-double in the win against North Carolina yesterday. 12 points and 10 rebounds. There's Amor. Keep your eye on number 5 in white. Such a thrilling player to watch. And as gutsy as they come, that's huge. They need Kayla King, who's been inconsistent shooting the ball this year, to do that.
Virginia Tech is going to have to make some threes in this game. There's no way around it as Day-Wilson gets the jumper. But Virginia Tech known for shooting threes. Best three-point shooting team in the ACC. Gonna need to make a few more this afternoon without Kitley.
You got to look at the starting lineup for Katie Meyer's team. Very good defensive team. Only Duke gave up fewer points per game on average. Eck misses the 3. Roberts, the veteran on this team, takes it right by Eck and in.
Little miscommunication for Virginia Tech in transition defense. How to pick up that ball, stop the ball handler.
Miami has hit all 3 of its shots from the floor.
Miami doing a good job of not letting Amor get any looks so far.
Inside, the bucket for Mishaw.
Mishaw can rebound. We know that about Rose Mishaw. She's an exceptional athlete, has a really good motor, and a good start for her.
Another attack of the basket by Spearman. Sumiel, who had that early 3, not Kayla King, pardon me, gets the rebound. And there's some more moves for you. And tries to steal the ball. There'll be a lot on Georgia Amor today. I doubt she's going to get much rest. Pulls up, got hit. The 39 points you mentioned last week at UVA, that is a Virginia Tech single game program record in points. Her 8 threes tied Asia Shepherd for the most threes in a game for any hope.
Think about that. Liz Kitley hasn't even had that kind of performance in the regular season. I know Liz Kitley had 42 in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago. But Amor is special, and when you have Amor, you have a chance. And Virginia Tech has much more of a chance. This is still a very good team. Kitley, of course, is the ACC Player of the Year. She's one of the best players in the country. But there are other players that are going to be able to step up and maybe play a bigger offensive role that wouldn't normally with Kitley on the floor.
For more on Amor, here's Angel.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking with her just about what happened in the Virginia game after Kitley left. She said, well, we started to play outside of ourselves. We did not play our roles. We panicked. We had a week to understand what each player needed to do and what we needed to bring to the floor. So we're trying to see what that looks like as the ACC progresses, guys.
Big void. Spearman takes it right to Sumiel, pardon me, that's Lattimore. Tasha Lattimore, one of 4 Canadians on this Miami team.
Lattimore has some serious length inside for Miami.
Amor for 3, that rims out. Day-Wilson on the move. Jada Patrick
What a play by Kayla King to get the steal and knock it off of the Miami player. Great play.
That just came out of nowhere to force the turnover. Virginia Tech winning its first regular season title, won its first ACC tournament title last season when they beat Louisville in the final.
And Clara Strack now in for Virginia Tech, the young 6'5" freshman who has played with Liz Kitley at times this year, but Kenny Brooks is very high and excited about Clara Strack and her future.
Two freshmen out of Buffalo.
A good block for Strack right there.
6'5". Interesting to start Mishaw instead of Strack. Strack came in early. Charlie Wenzel in there as well. The ball goes back over to Miami. Amor, two-time first-team All-ACC performer. Got another one this year, had a triple-double last season against Nebraska. Very close with Liz Kitley, and you can tell because they work so well together on the floor. Lattimore giving it up now to Roberts. A step back. Summiel hands it over to Amor, who looks over to get a call from Kenny Brooks. Wenzel, that's a nice finish.
Carly Wenzel is another player that can step up for Virginia Tech. She's had some really good games this year, played great in that Iowa game at the beginning of the season, and love her aggressiveness so far.
We need a lot of players to pick up the slack. Patrick has dribbled it out of bounds, lost it out of bounds. Second turnover on Miami.
Wenzel redshirted last year, so getting some experience this year. What a take. Acrobatic in the air for Wenzel.
Wenzel averaging about 4 points per game. Georgia Amor goes out. She will get a little bit of extra rest. We'll have an official's timeout, the next whistle.
And that's exactly why Kenny Brooks did that, because the next dead ball will be a timeout. He's going to try to get some rest for Amor whenever he can.
Baker in for Lattimore for Miami. Working on Strack, or vice versa.
Good defense by Old Acre.
Leah Williams. That's Dwyer. Shot. Turnover as we take our first timeout.
A consummate student athlete. Also won the KYAL Student Athlete of the Year award.
Again.
Scholar athlete, I should say, 3 years in a row for her. But Virginia Tech going with Clara Strack right now. Mishaw started the game, now Strack is in the game. And that's big, an offensive foul on Georgia Amor. That's only her first, but they cannot afford for Amor to get in foul trouble. And relatively slow start for Georgia Amor. Has yet to make a shot from the field, is 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Meanwhile, Miami in the last 2.5 minutes plus has not scored and has turned the ball over 3 times. Outside shot by Roberts, that's a long 2. Osmond's second bucket, did not shoot the ball well, missed 8 of 9 shots against Carolina yesterday, but has 4 points already in this one.
When I think of Jasmine Roberts, I just think of how she played in the NCAA tournament last year. She was absolutely phenomenal for Miami in their Elite 8 run.
Strack from Wenzel.
Good pass by Wenzel, and there is the young freshman, Clara Strack, that Virginia Tech is really excited about.
Eck gets the block. Michigan State transfer, but then the ball was thrown away, intended for Amor.
Little pick and roll. Strack slips the screen, catches it, gathers herself, and scores. And then Matilda Eck with a good block. And then Virginia Tech throws it away. They've got to be a little more careful with the ball so far in this one.
Shaw's going to come in at the next whistle for Tech. Started the game for Kitley. There's a giveaway. Amor doesn't have numbers, gives it back to Eck. The trail 3. Rebound taken down by Williams, who shows how fast she is. Miami likes to push the pace. And now they'll set up.
Roberts trying to post up Georgia Amor, really calling for the ball. Roberts also is very aware that Amor already has that first foul.
Williams right at Eck, spins out.
Look at Jalea Williams.
Able to get the rebound, but then she had Strack and Eck right there to bottle her up. Now Wenzel with a little hesitation. Strack was able to gather nicely with O'Shea Dwyer right there.
We all know Liz Kitley is out, but Clara Strack is a very good young player for Virginia Tech and playing her role nicely so far.
Yeah, certainly a huge role now with Kitley out. But as you mentioned, they're very excited, the Virginia Tech coaching staff, for her future. Baker couldn't keep her feet. Wenzel gets the rebound and gets it over to Amor.
The defensive rebounding, the ability for teams to clear the glass has been great in this first half. Only one offensive rebound on each side, so no second chance points to be had in this one so far.
Wenzel with the miss from the outside. Knocked away by Wenzel. That'll take a couple of seconds off the shot clock. Maybe be careful reaching in. Roberts, long 3. Amor couldn't get to it, but it's off. Dwyer, Virginia Tech basketball.
And here's Wenzel finding Clara Strack. Good job by Strack to corral that basketball on the much smaller player in Dwyer, and then finishing over Oldacre.
And the good composure there, because she had to fight for it and had the presence of mind to dribble so that she wouldn't be called for a travel. That's a lot of decisions made in a very short period of time for the true freshman. She's taking a break. Shaw back in. Big time block by Oldacre and saved beautifully by Williams. Just got the ball after it was saved by Dwyer. Baker, 3.
Karis Baker, another young freshman for this Virginia Tech team, shooting over 44% from 3 this season. Knocks it down for the Hokies.
And over 80% of the shots she has taken this year have come from 3. Shooting with a nice percentage. Williams. Stopped by Kayla King, is a really good defender on the perimeter. Yes, before the shot clock expired, O'Shea Dwyer got the basket to pull Miami to within 4 after 1. Any top 4 seed will host first and second round. And they are 19 in the net, 9 wins against the top 50, but they were all with Elizabeth Kitley. Cam Ward, Kelly Gramlich, Angel Graves joining you here on Quarterfinal Friday. Miami trying to pull off its second straight upset. Number 9 seed beat number 8 seed North Carolina yesterday. This is Virginia Tech's debut in this tournament. Dwyer missed. We have a held ball. Ball stays with Miami. Let's go over to Angel, who has more on Kenny Brooks.
Well, in the huddle, he was just talking about how proud he was of the guards having to crash the boards. Right now, they're edging Miami by 1 in the rebound department. They haven't given up any second chance points as well. So the question was, what are they going to do without 6'6"? Well, right now, he's asking all the guards to crash, doing it by committee on the boards.
Great stuff, Angel. That's something that Liz Kitley does that we kind of forget about, is that she rebounds the heck out of the ball. She's the ACC's all-time leading rebounder, so Virginia Tech will have to rebound by committee tonight.
Spearman got the bucket on the other end for Miami. Georgia Amor has yet to score. from the floor. Does have a couple of free throws. Here's a three. And it missed. And as she goes up the floor, she directs some traffic with her teammates about where she wanted them to be.
It feels like you're seeing Amor force things a little bit, and that's natural, right? You don't have your running mate, you don't have Liz Kitley, your roommate, and someone who you've played basically every game of your college career with, but her teammates have shown how capable they are. I think Amor just needs to settle in a bit, let the game come to her.
And it's natural, right, that she would feel she has to do more? Shot missed by Williams. Dwyer gives it back over to Day Wilson, their leading scorer this season. A couple of years at Duke. Knocked away by King. Nice to keep it going. Then Mishaw to Georgia. There's her first bucket.
Great job by Kayla King to keep that ball alive, and a good presence of mind by Mishaw to get that ball up quickly to Georgia Amor.
Virginia Tech's first points off turnovers in this game. Roberts elevates. She's got 3 field goals.
Jasmine Roberts has come to play. A little quiet in that first game, as you mentioned, Pam, but already 6 points for her.
3 for 5 from the floor. Moore tells Baker to come back to set a screen. Summiel already has 1 3, but that one caught air. Summiel doesn't take a lot of them. Has only hit 16 all year.
Here's Kayla King getting in the passing lanes, and I love this play from Mishaw. Really smart. Just get the ball to Georgia Amor. She's already has an advantage in transition to get up there and score. And you're right, a few Virginia Tech players forcing some threes that they probably wouldn't normally take if they had Kitley in the game.
Has to change the entire tempo and makeup of the offense.
Good defense,
yeah, right? That was Michelle, yeah. Coming over from the University of Minnesota. First year in Blacksburg. Dwyer trying to spin and hit underneath. That doesn't work as the shot clock expires. Oh, Amor just wanted to go.
The one time where getting a shot clock violation helps you. Prevents Amor from getting that ball and going. But that's something you're seeing from Miami. Miami's making a little more of a concerted effort to make this a half-court game, to use a good bit of their shot clock and slow it down, which is really smart against Virginia Tech, who wants to run and play in transition. Virginia
Tech already with 9 points off its bench. Usually that's not a big number for them. Summiel, that's her 3rd 3 attempt of the game. Mishaw got it taken away by Day Wilson, who got it taken away by Summiel. King back to Summiel. In and out.
Summiel is a capable three-point shooter. She just doesn't normally take this many. Shoots about 33% on the season.
She's 1 for 4 from distance, has missed 3 in a row.
And this is her 5th ACC tournament, first 4 with Wake Forest.
Lattimore misses. It looks like Spearman is going to get called for a foul, and Spearman with a little bit of a push after that play. She was called for an intentional foul yesterday in a very crucial time against North Carolina, and that was a similar play. Not as demonstrative, but she's got to be careful. Spearman's first personal foul. Amor distract, decided not to shoot. Baker.
So that's the difference in a nutshell. Liz Kitley would have knocked that shot down like it was something she could do in her sleep, and Strack a bit more hesitant to shoot the ball on the pick and pop.
Yeah, that would have been 100% a shot and probably 85% a make for Kitley.
And also when Kitley's knocking down shots in the pick and pop, it allows Amor to get freer off of the pick and roll because you have to worry about Kitley so much. Right now, and of course, Katie Meyer, one of the smartest coaches out there, she knows the drill. Let's make it as hard as we can on Amor. And if other people can beat us, that's fine, but just not Georgia Amor.
Yeah, 'cause she is the second best player on this team. Jay Wilson.
That was a tough shot.
Yep, wide right. There's Georgia. As we approach 5 minutes to go in the first half. Again, Kitley would have pulled the trigger on that, right? Taken away by Roberts, and then Amor commits number 2. Would you like to see Strack take that shot?
I think she has to. You have to take it. You have to take it in order to open more things up for Amor. You don't necessarily have to make it, but take it. Make this defense be honest and keep them honest. Right now, they're just putting so much attention on Amor, and we'll see if Kenny Brooks puts Amor back in this second quarter. But with those 2 fouls, I'm not sure I'd risk it.
Amor now is out of the game. Roberts.
Whew, tough.
Boy, she's had herself a very nice first half, and she's tied up the ball game. 9 points and 4 rebounds in the regular season loss to Virginia Tech. Off to a good start here already with 8. So no Amor and no Kitley on the floor. This is very different. Strack, see, she can hit that.
She can. She is capable of hitting it, but got to be a little less hesitant. That time, she knocks it down.
Baker and Lattimore were in quite a battle on the low block. Foul called on Miami. Virginia, Miami would like it.
Yeah.
20-18.
Lower scoring as well. Not a shootout.
And if you're just joining us, Elizabeth Kitley is not available for the entire ACC tournament. Virginia Tech head coach Kenny Brooks sending that information out right before today's game. They are hopeful to get her back for the NCAA tournament. First time the regular season champs and the top seeded played this year. And the tourney, come on now, that's Strack.
That looks like Liz Kitley. That looks similar to Liz Kitley, the way that she caught that ball in motion, shot it fluidly.
8 points on 4 of 5 shooting for the freshman. Virginia Tech with 13 bench points, 8 of them coming from Strack. Shot clock winding down. Roberts needs to shoot. Instead, she fell down. Let's go to Angel.
Well, you guys keep saying Elizabeth Kitley's not here, but Claire Strack is. Well, when I was talking with Kenny Brooks, he said that is Baby Kitley. That's her nickname on the team. And we were wondering why he gave her that. He said, high IQ, her footwork, her touch in the mid-range. But the thing is she's working on right now in this season is her confidence, understanding what she can be for this team. And we're seeing her blossom.
Baby Kitley makes sense to me, Angel. Some of the and you know, she's been practicing with Liz Kitley every single day for a year. Of course she's going to pick up some things and do the same drills that Liz does and the same individual workouts that Kenny Brooks does with his big posts. And she looks great so far, Angel. I can understand the confidence side of it, but she's playing free right now, Pam.
And has taken some shots. Wenzel gets it blocked with authority by Lattimore. 10th in the league in blocks this year. And if you ever have a chance, and we have, to go to a practice as we see Lattimore go to work.
Wow.
But what Kenny Brooks does with his players in practice, the drills, the precision, right, the repetition, that you could see that Strack is getting, as you mentioned, the same coaching. And then when you go against a player like Kitley in practice, there's no one better.
I think Kenny Brooks is one of the best skill development coaches in the entire country. And you've seen that with how Amor's gotten better every year, how Liz Kitley has gotten better every year. And he's only had less than a year with Claire Strack, but she has gotten so much better than she was at the beginning of the season.
And she's going to hit the weight room. She's going to grow up a little bit. And as she matures, will certainly grow under this coaching staff. So we've had back-to-back shot clock violations. Dwyer working on Strack. Good defense, but a better finish. Dwyer
Impressive finish by Lachey Dwyer. 5'6", banging inside with Claire Strack.
Junior guard from Toronto, but went to high school in Tennessee where she was the high school player of the year her senior season at the Webb School, which has produced quite a few good basketball players. There she is. Strack working on Lattimore. Roberts brought the double. Eck with the shot. Rebound and saved by Dwyer.
Virginia Tech just 2 for 14 from 3. It's honestly pretty surprising without Liz Kitley that they're 2 for 14 from 3 and still up by 2 points.
Amor on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
And Amor in the foul trouble, exactly.
But they're up by 2. Shot clock getting skinny again. Williams got to shoot. This is the 3. Off the rim. Baker with the rebound. Wenzel couldn't handle it cleanly. She's got Day Wilson just ready to pick her pocket.
If you're Virginia Tech, you're just trying to get to halftime with this score very close because you have not had Georgia Amor. I mean, think about this, Pam. Virginia Tech has basically played most of this game without Amor and without Kitley. And look at Kayla King, the other senior. Big 3 for Virginia Tech.
King's first shot of the game results in a 3. She's averaging 2 per game. Her number's down a little bit this year offensively. Kenny Brooks says in part because she has so much weight on her shoulders on the defensive end.
And she is the lone senior on the floor for Virginia Tech. Great ball movement, good pass from Karis Baker. Kayla King knocks it down. Misha, Kitley, others loving it. Amor's just saying, can we get to halftime so I can get back in this game, please?
This must be torture for Georgia. 10 seconds left to shoot. Spearman comes in for Lattimore. Day Wilson. Short rebound to Wenzel, and now Tech can't hold on to the basketball. Roberts took it away from Wenzel.
Jasmine Roberts just came out of nowhere.
And then Wenzel fouled Day Wilson. First one on the redshirt freshman from San Antonio.
Big play by Jasmine Roberts to hang around and get that steal. You have a chance of Virginia Tech coming down to the other end, scoring, maybe getting a 3, but instead you get to still get to the free throw line. Big swing for Miami.
Day Wilson was the ACC Freshman of the Year 2 years ago with Duke. And looks like Georgia is going to come back in.
Looks like Kenny Brooks is thinking about it.
You think she's just saying, put me in, put me in, put me in?
And he's saying, I can't let you get that 3rd foul.
Nope, she's going. Amor will check in. If we get a whistle. Baker missed everything. Strack saves it. 2 seconds left. They need a shot. King just off the back rim. But with no Elizabeth Kitley and with Georgia Amor in foul trouble.
Bit hesitant. Beyond that, she has played great for Virginia Tech inside.
8 of their 13 bench points. Let's go over to Angel.
I was able to catch up with Katie Meyer, and I asked her what the conversation was. She said, honestly, stop dribbling. That was a simple conversation, but she also, I recognized that she pulled Cheyenne Day Wilson to the side before they went off the court at half. In that conversation, she said, you are elite. You have to stop hesitating. Understand who you are. She wants her to stop just being in this place where she feels like she has to dribble her way out of trouble. Just make the game simple. She only had 2 points in the second half. We'll see if it changes.
Yes, there she is, number 30, with the ball in her hands.
It's a great point, Angel, because Shy Day Wilson is Miami's most talented offensive player. She can explode for 20 points on most nights. So I agree. She has to be more aggressive, a little less hesitant, similar to what we were saying about Strack.
Lattimore takes it right to Strack and misses. Miami did not hit a 3 in the first half. Virginia Tech is 3 of 17. Georgia Amor, with 2 personal fouls, did not play a whole lot. She only hit 1 shot from the floor.
And Amor has to let the game come to her. Her supporting cast proved to her in that first half, hey, we got you. You got in foul trouble, we still were leading at the half. Let's settle in, let the game come to you.
Shot clock winding down, ball corralled by Day Wilson. Good transfer, a little hesitation, kicks it back out. There's the 3 ball from Roberts. Hunting down the rebound, Jalea Williams. And a whistle, Jasmine Roberts being attended to, and Katie Meyer, as usual, laughing about it. The contact situation.
Oh, no. You need those.
Absolutely. And Katie Meyer, you mentioned her earlier now in her 19th season, was the Coach of the Year back in 2011 and has done a really good job down at Miami. I think she'd be a fun coach to play for.
She's incredible, so smart, great spirit about her, and of course, led Miami to its first ever Elite 8 last year.
What a magical run last year for them, and they lost a lot from last year. Certainly the Cavender twins, Destiny Harden was such a big part of that team as well, but that was fun. That was great for the ACC. They got some huge wins in the NCAA tournament before they lost to eventual national champion LSU in the Elite 8.
And they had every chance against LSU.
Yes,
I know Miami fans will remember that game.
Georgia Amor.
The other part of this, too, Pam, is that Miami has really good on-ball defenders. Lachey Dwyer, Jalea Williams have done a good job on Georgia Amor so far, making things difficult for her.
And that's part of Miami's MO, is their defense. Amor, after missing a 3, induces that turnover.
She's got to be careful, though, Pam.
True.
She has 2 fouls, part of the reason why she wasn't very effective in the first half.
Amor limited to just under 13 and a half minutes out of the 20 in the first half because she picked up 2 personal fouls. Guarded by Day Wilson. Strack with a nice screen.
That is a tough shot from Georgia Amor on the baseline, fading away. Saw some emotion from Georgia after that play. She's just waiting to see that ball go through the net. 27
points for Virginia Tech, the 7-point advantage, their biggest of the night or afternoon. Whatever.
What time is it? It's tournament time.
Well,
we don't know what time it is.
Gym, so
haven't seen the sun in a while.
It's basketball time. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Extra pass. Dwyer missed, but drew the rim, so they got an extra chance. Day Wilson, terrific into Spearman.
Big offensive rebound, and that goes back to Angel's point. Shy-Day Wilson got that rebound and just went with her instinct and made a great pass inside.
Wenzel getting some more time at the guard spot. Georgia in and out. Day Wilson, little step to her left, released it. Shot looked good, but it didn't go in. Eck, who is yet to score, got the rebound. Hilda Eck averaging 10.5 points per game. The Michigan State transfer. Amor might have gotten away with a walk.
Yeah, Amor's got to be careful with that step back. That was a travel.
Maybe some karma there as the ball went out of bounds, but Tech is asking for a tip.
And only 4 total combined points so far in this third quarter. And look at that screen from Clara Strack. Good job of setting her feet, not to be called for a moving screen, freeing up her point guard for a jumper.
The officials say the ball was indeed tipped, so the ball stays with Virginia Tech. And Strack did not start this game. Mishaw did, but Strack started the second half.
That's what when I saw Mishaw was starting, I thought, okay, he doesn't want to start Strack, not to put too much pressure on her, but if she delivers, he's going to stick with her.
Chance for free throws for the freshman.
And I would say she has delivered so far, Pam.
Yes, it's been a little hesitant, as you said, to begin with, but it's been really good being more aggressive and set that really nice screen for Amor.
She set some great screens so far in this game, too, and that's a big part of what Kitley does in this offense. because she draws so much attention as a screener.
Clara, though, just a 65% free throw shooter. Top 100 recruit coming out, according to ESPN. And Kenny Brooks had said he wanted to use her more, but he was playing behind Elizabeth Kitley. And I did like, it was interesting, right, when he started to play them together, Kitley
Yes.
and Strack at the same time.
Right, the double big lineup. And a lot of times this year when we've seen Strack, we've seen her on the floor with Kitley at the same time.
Lattimore into Strack and scores.
Big play by Latasha Lattimore. Strong finish inside, as we just haven't had many points here in this third quarter. Miami very much hanging around.
17 points combined for the teams in the third quarter. And an offensive foul has been called on Strack.
Called her for a push-off inside. That's just her first. But on the other end, how about Latasha Lattimore? She is so long, and look at that ability to put the ball on the deck from the wing. Latasha Lattimore, 6'4" with, I don't know, 9-foot wingspan.
Yeah,
that's just my guess, Pam. But being able to put the ball on the deck from the wing is impressive for her size.
Freshman year at Texas, then came to Miami. Pulls her ACL. That's a Strack block.
I sound like a broken record. The other thing that Liz Kitley does for Virginia Tech is block shots. And there you see Strack with a big block.
Wenzel with the miss. Jasmine Roberts rebounds it. Gets it over to Day Wilson. Guarded by Amor, playing with the 2 fouls. Shot clock into single digits now for Roberts. Day Wilson passes it off. Strack again. Got her hand on a shot. So a half a second left on the shot clock. It's been a Strack attack for blocks.
So she would like, but still a really impressive performance. And, you know, she's a superstar. That's what we're seeing in the women's game right now, Pam. We're seeing these superstars develop where kids and fans know who they are. They can follow them on social media. They let their personality shine, and then they want to come watch them play.
The basket for Miami cuts the lead to just 1. It was Jasmine Roberts. As you say, Hidalgo had a rather off day, but she still scored 21 points.
Exactly. Most players would take that any day of the week.
They beat Louisville. Baker missed on the follow, and then a foul on Virginia Tech. Notre Dame will play the winner of this game in our first semifinal tomorrow. Still have 2 more games yet to go here on quarterfinal Friday. Strack calls for the foul. That is number 2 on her, so Mishaw comes in.
And that foul was set up because Karis Baker missed the layup. And Karis Baker, who is a lefty, she used her left hand on the right side. It was a great rebound. Gotta use the right hand on the right side.
Karis is a true freshman out of West Hartford, Connecticut. Her dad, Vin Baker, basketball fans certainly know.
NBA All-Star.
There's Mishaw. Up to Georgia. Great catch. That was a terrific catch. Amor played Australian rules football, or footy, as they call it. I bet she made all sorts of plays like that.
In American terms, I think Georgia Amor could be like a slot receiver.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be perfect at that.
And she said she really enjoyed Australian rules football, but there's not really a lot of, certainly there's a semi-pro league there. She knew basketball was a better path for her.
Watch this catch.
Yeah.
God. So difficult. And then the presence of mind to just take the one dribble and lay it up quicker, knowing the defense was coming. Get the ball out of your hand and get the bucket.
Karis Baker just committed a foul, and this is a usual sight. During free throws, she and Kenny Brooks have conversations, and Kenny says a lot of times he's learning from her.
They are so connected. You see that point guard head coach relationship. It's so important, and we have a lot of great ones in the ACC, not just Kenny and Georgia. How about Deasia Fair and Felicia Leggett-Jack, who we're going to see later on, Niele Ivey and Hannah Hidalgo. You can see those coaches and players constantly chatting throughout the game.
Spearman being attended to. There's a cut on her finger, it looks like. Silver Harris, the athletic trainer for the Hurricanes. Day Wilson gets 1 out of 2. Shai only has 3 points, averages 12 per game, but everybody's under their average in this game, except for Strack.
Katie Meyer just looked back at the Miami fans and clapped and cheered because Miami just made their first free throw of the game.
Here's a steal by Dwyer. Day Wilson can't hit that layup.
Day Wilson was looking to draw a foul. She wasn't really looking to score, was just anticipating the contact.
Amore shot continues to be off. Georgia with 8 points, but she has missed 7 of her 10 shots from the floor, including all 5 of her threes.
And overall, the Hokies just shooting 30% from the field and 3 for 20 from beyond the arc.
Free ball for Miami.
Good rebound. That's a pass. That's a pass from Jasmine Roberts.
Yes, put down that assist as Lachey Dwyer scored to tie the game. Eck goes out. Wenzel comes back in.
And what a pass by Jasmine Roberts. I mean, just the loft on there.
Well disguised.
The lob inside to 5'6" Dwyer. Exactly how
Yes.
Katie Meyer drew it up.
Everybody's blocking out for the rebound, and it's a free path to the basket. Tie ball game. Amore, good fake. Wenzel on the baseline around the horn. King, good look at a 3, and it goes in. Rattled it in.
Good ball movement by Virginia Tech. Georgia Amore drew 2, dished it, and then swing it around the horn, find the open shooter.
King has 2 of Virginia Tech's 4 made threes in this game. Lattimore, turn around, won't go in. Amore doesn't have numbers, so she comes up with another option. It's a fake and a step through. Nishaw could not rescue.
Both teams have done a good job of getting back in transition defense. Neither team has been able to really get any runouts or anything going in transition. And how about this ball movement? Wenzel attacks baseline, swings it to Kayla King, and she knocks it down. Virginia Tech, one of their main principles offensively is they love for their guards to attack baseline and then swing it opposite baseline. It's just so hard for the defense to adjust and rotate that quickly.
These 3 giving Virginia Tech the lead as we go inside 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. King got it to Amore. Shot clock at 9. Georgia for 3. Still is 0 from distance. 0 for 6 for Georgia from outside the arc. Normally hits at a 35% clip.
And Virginia Tech as a team normally hits 36% of their threes. Great pass by Jalea Williams, one of the leaders of this team.
Jasmine Roberts now with a dozen. Lead back to 1. Nishaw sets the screen. King again from 3. Just a little bit too strong, but Roberts couldn't handle it. 20 seconds to shoot for the Hokies.
Jalea Williams, a good take, draws the defense and finds Jasmine Roberts. Leading scorer in the game this afternoon is Jasmine Roberts, the junior from Miami.
Amore off the inbounds, got it.
Did that hit glass? Did she bank that? I couldn't really tell from our angle. It's just a matter of time for Georgia Amore before she gets going.
Into double figures now. Amor and Roberts, the only two players for either team in double figures. Roberts, nope, but a terrific putback by Williams.
That's the 9th rebound of the game for Jalea Williams, and just her first points, but she's played really well defensively for Miami.
Had a good game yesterday in the victory over North Carolina, 11 points, including 3 threes, one of which came at the end of the first half.
That was a crazy shot. And we asked Jalea Williams about it on Nothing But Net. She acted like it was no big deal at all. Like, do you see this play, Jalea Williams? That was crazy.
Yep, just put it in. Dwyer picked up a foul. Amor all the way with the left hand.
Wow.
That's
She
a
is
different way to
special.
beat the buzzer.
She's so quick. Had the pressure, though, as we head into the fourth. Miami very much in this ballgame.
Pam Ward with Kelly Gremlick and Angel Gray. Winner of this game gets Notre Dame tomorrow in our first semifinal on the ACC network. Miami beat North Carolina yesterday in an 8-9 mild upset, trying to take out the Hokies, playing without Elizabeth Kitley, who will not play in the ACC tournament because of an injury she suffered in the regular season closer Sunday at Virginia. Still no specifics on the injury, but appears to be wearing a brace on her knee. That's good work inside for Kyla Oldacre.
And now Miami applying pressure after every make, trying to force some mistakes for this Virginia Tech team and trying to keep the ball. As you see, Jalea Williams is trying to deny that ball to Georgia Amor.
Face guarding her all the way, has the height advantage.
Jalea's long.
Yeah. But Amor puts up the three.
Jalea Williams may have length, Georgia Amor has range. Big bucket for the senior.
And grit and spunk and
Yeah,
all
she's
that
got
other
it all.
stuff. She's like, go ahead, put somebody taller on me. Look what I'll do. That's too tall for Dwyer.
And the confidence too, Pam. She did not shoot the ball well in the first half. I think everybody would tell you that, but she just keeps shooting because of the work and the reps that she's put in. She knows if I miss one, the next one's going in.
15 points for Amor, 11 of them here in the second half.
And now Jalea Williams really is face guarding Georgia Amor, trying to keep that ball out of her hands at all costs, and then right up on her when she catches it.
Literally face guarding her. Nice bounce pass to Strack, who got her own rebound. Wenzel with the miss. Great hustle by Summiel to kind of mess things up there for Miami trying to get a rebound.
Olivia Summiel just getting her nose in there, trying to get that basketball. Same with Lachey Dwyer. A good call by the officials.
Yep, right there on it. Miami has not hit a three-pointer in this game. They are 0 for 12. Usually hit around 33%, which was 4th best in the league.
And some of that might be legs for Miami. Miami had to play yesterday in a hard-fought battle with North Carolina, and this is Virginia Tech's first game of the tournament.
Good defense by Strack to cut off Williams. Now Roberts will fade away. Summiel gets it over to King. You were a three-point shooter. When you're fatigued, is that, you notice that difference?
Definitely, because legs, your shot is all about legs. And especially from 3 in the second half, you have to get your legs into it. And if you don't have as much when it comes to your legs because you played yesterday, it can be a big factor.
Williams really stuck with that play to get her second basket of the game. Is that what happened with your three-point contest with Ivory yesterday,
Pam,
Ivory Latta?
You know, we joke, but honestly, yes. When you aren't playing basketball consistently, first thing to go is your legs and your ability to get that ball up. But the mascots really did me dirty.
The passers were not good.
I knew it was bad when I asked the Yellow Jacket to just throw me a pass. I threw the ball to him and hit him in the face. I thought, this is not going to be good.
It's tough to see through those unis anyway, and plus, you know, he's a Yellow Jacket.
So it's funny because Georgia Amor was warming up before the game, and she was shooting from the spot that I shot from yesterday. And she looked at me and she said, "I've already made more from this spot in warm-ups than you did yesterday."
Wow.
I could tell she was ready to go.
Yeah, that's when you know Amor's ready. Now she would be a good person to pass to you.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
Need a little Amor. Amor, good job of using her body to shield Dwyer from taking it away. Just a 2-point ball game, a spot in the semis against Notre Dame on the line. There's a steal by Dwyer. Yeah, this Miami team, we saw it yesterday with North Carolina. That was a game that is never going to be put into the Hall of Fame for its beauty and grace, but boy, I tell you, Miami just stuck it out.
But that's not what matters. It matters if you can win the game, and that's what Miami did. And this game has been played at the pace and the style that Miami wants. And that's why they're still in this ball game. They want it to be an ugly game in the high 40s, low 50s. And who knows if we'll even get there at this point.
50 is looking pretty optimistic at this pace. Dwyer put her head down and couldn't finish.
Another block by Strack inside.
Strack getting a ton of minutes today, the true freshman from Buffalo. Because of the injury to Kitley. Amor.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah.
She's shooting over 6'6" Oldacre inside.
But she's able to get a hand on the ball and slow down the fast break. So give her and her teammates a little bit of a breather.
And if you have Kitley, that play is going to be different. Kitley's going to draw the attention of Oldacre. You're not going to be able to help off of a player like Kitley and get the hand in the face of Amor.
Lattimore working on the baseline but couldn't get it to go. Georgia Tech has missed 5 straight shots. Haven't scored in over 3 minutes. Only up by 2, the top seed and regular season champion. Strack on the pass from Wenzel, couldn't get it. As we hear the chant of "Let's go Hokies" coming up in the Greensboro Coliseum, a lot of people making the trip. A lot of people in orange and maroon making the trip from Blacksburg. There's Raven with the wig and the Kitleys on the aisle. Always in attendance when Liz plays.
Always there. And Claire Strack, she had such a great first half. She has yet to score here in the second half.
Kitley is from the Greensboro area, as is Kayla King. They were AAU and high school teammates. Oh, wow, a whistle with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. That's frustrating for Miami. Dave Wilson picks up foul number 3. Shy with just 3 points today. This was 7 of her 8 shots, very unusual for their leading scorer. Leading scorer, she averages 12 points a game, but had 19 points in the regular season. Lost to Virginia Tech. Different story today. Wenzel. Strack, way too much on that.
Spearman altered that shot. That was good defense by Spearman.
Spearman at 6'4".
These Miami bigs are long.
Yes, very long. And I think their wingspans would be disproportionate even to how tall they are, and they're really tall. She and Lattimore particularly. Katie Meyer calls a timeout with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. We will take a timeout as well. It's only a 2-point ball game in the quarters. Ally ACC Women's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Let's take a look at our star stories for players that have been crushing it of late. Brought to you by Crush. Jasmine Roberts, the veteran, with a dozen points, and Amor coming alive in the second half.
That shot to end the third quarter was such a difficult shot by Georgia Amor. You see the emotion from her and from the Virginia Tech bench, but Pam, it's very simple. We have not had a lot of points in this basketball game, all right? We've got 4.5 minutes left, 2-point game. Who can make shots? That will be the difference. Who can make some shots and make some tough shots, because the defenses have been good in these final 4.5 minutes. Because we haven't seen a lot of makes prior to now.
Miami in this second half has 17 points. Virginia Tech collectively 14. Virginia Tech's missed 7 straight shots, haven't scored in almost 4.5 minutes. It's over 2.5 minutes for Miami, who inbounds with Day Wilson. Trying to after the timeout. Remember, the shot clock is winding down. Baseline drive, Strack, good defense, and is fouled.
Great defense by Clara Strack. She was really good offensively in the first half. I would say she's played better defensively in this game overall.
Let's take another timeout.
On this stage, and just to think, back in high school, her junior year, she had scoliosis, was diagnosed with scoliosis, a 67-degree curvature in her spine. She talked about how it was very hard to recover. She wasn't sure if she'd be able to return. She actually returned in the 2019 season. She said she was stronger than ever. She was actually the player of the year as well, and you can see her living out her dreams in the ACC with Miami, was on the All-ACC freshman team as well. She actually had 28 starts that year as well. So just thinking about how far she's come, how much fun she's having, and the impact she's made.
That's remarkable. 67% curvature. And she's an elite athlete in Division I.
It's really incredible what she's done and what she's been through. And she said it's been cool to see how she's been able to inspire other people that have dealt with scoliosis.
Shot clock winding down. Amor gets it to Strack. Will she get it off in time? Yes, and it rolls in. Her first basket of the second half.
Big time shot from the young freshman. Much needed for Virginia Tech.
4-point game. Miami's offense has been quiet for a while. Virginia Tech had missed 7 straight shots before Strack hit that one. Day Wilson didn't pull the trigger. Shot clock winding down for them. Day Wilson rebounded by Amor. And now King decides to attack the basket.
A really good decision by Kayla King. She used the left hand on the right side, which normally you don't want to do, but that time with the way the defense was coming at her, the left was the perfect decision.
Back-to-back baskets. Strack and King. 6-point advantage isn't much, but it feels like a huge mountain to climb the way Miami has not been able to score. That was Strack and King converging on Williams.
And Virginia Tech has been able to go on this little run because of their defense. They are getting stops inside and playing without fouling.
And now Amor take the air out of the ball a little bit until she gets a good look at it, and she hits it. Georgia Amor coming alive here in the second half. The Kitleys looking on. The biggest lead of the game with 2:20 to go.
Georgia Amor, always poised, always confident, collects herself, knocks down the jumper. How about this 6-0 run for Virginia Tech?
Welcome back, Virginia Tech on a 6-0 run. First, it's the freshman Carla Strack with 2. That's her first bucket since the first half. Kayla King attacking, and who else? Georgia Amor finishing things off. And now their biggest lead of the game. Miami gets a 3. It's their first 3 of the game. They missed their first 13.
Better late than never for the Miami Hurricanes as Day Wilson finally connects from beyond the arc.
Miami's lowest scoring game this year, 52 points against Virginia Tech in the regular season. It's Amor time.
We're seeing a little fatigue from Miami, and Georgia Amor on fresh legs continues to attack. Maybe one of her more open looks of the day right there.
Virginia Tech has not played since Sunday's loss at UVA. Miami had to play yesterday in a grind of a game against North Carolina.
That crossover through the legs, Amor through 3 different Miami defenders, using her speed and craftiness around the rim.
Timeout by Miami. So Virginia Tech has hit its last 4 shots, and they are playing this game without Elizabeth Kitley. Unfortunately, won't be available for the entire ACC tournament. Amor may be pressing a little bit too much at the beginning, but she looks like her old self right now.
Yeah, she really settled in to the second half. 8 for 19 on the day and made big shots when her team needed her. And it felt like when she made those shots, that Virginia Tech started to take a collective deep breath themselves. If Amor's hitting, we're gonna be fine. And that's what you've seen in this run as of late.
There is Liz Kitley sitting on the bench. Miami just hit its first 3 of the game. Amor now with 19 points, only had 4 at the break. She hit 1 field goal in the first half, but has really fueled them here, especially in the 4th quarter. She only has 1 assist as well. That's part of the Kitley effect.
Definitely. Kayla King has also given them some really important minutes defensively, made some big shots on the other end. She has 8 points, 3 of 6 shooting, and another calming presence for them out there is Kayla King.
So Strack goes out, gets a well-deserved loud ovation from the many Hokie fans in attendance. Baker in for her. And now Amor is fouled by Roberts. And Virginia Tech is in the bonus. So Amor with 15 points here in the second half, 8 in the third, 7 and counting here in the 4th. And heads to the free throw line. She has 1 more year left.
She does.
Of eligibility. A lot of speculation about her.
And she is projected right now to be a first-round draft pick.
Oh, so she's definitely going in the first round.
Definitely.
I know a lot of people in WNBA, and they're like, oh my God, I would love to trade up to get her.
However, there's also the other idea of Caitlin Clark is moving on. She could end up being one of the faces of college basketball next year. So we'll see what she ends up deciding to do.
Yeah, Beckers is going to come out next year too. She's coming back to UConn. And she stepped on the sideline. Oh, Katie Meyer, look at Meyer. Sinking down to 1 knee.
She made that too. She made that 3.
Wow.
Could have been a game changer,
There's
yes. And
a heel on the line.
A good call. The officials all over it.
Look at our crew. Michael Ireland, our director. Joe Taylor, our producer. Great crew. They're working long days, including our Nothing But Net folks. Oh, it's Kelsey's back. Kelsey Riggs is over there now.
Our fearless leader.
Yeah. Dustin Walters has been here as well. Coach Muffet McGraw, Coach Ivory Latta. And they will be, you're going to join them later, right?
I will be there.
You got to save the show again?
No, I don't think so. That's Coach's job.
Yeah.
Keeps us running. Coach really keeps us in line. We need that.
Everybody needs some discipline.
Especially Ivory Latta.
Lattimore back in. Miami down 9 with 1:08 left to go. The team that went all the way to the Elite 8 last year. They are projected by Charlie Cream to be a 10 seed. He thinks they are safely in to the NCAA tournament. Not a bubble team.
And I was emailing with Charlie to confirm yesterday. With that win over North Carolina, they are without a doubt safely in the NCAA tournament. And sometimes, Pam, it's better to be a 10 than an 8 or a 9 because you don't have to play that 1 seed in the second round.
And those 8-9 games especially can be toss-ups or close to it. Georgia Amor keeping her balance.
So well done by Kim.
So Amor will shoot. Technical free throws. Amor hits them both. So Georgia Amor really delivering here in the second half. She's got 23 points, 19 of them, pardon me, since the break. Kayla King, a Greensboro native. That must be cool, being from here and having the ACC tournament here. Get all your people to come.
And you know they've attended, probably growing up, having attended this event in Greensboro.
The Kitley family also from the Greensboro area. That's got to itch, right?
How many wigs does Raven have? I feel like she has quite a few different colors.
You'll see her tomorrow. Jalea Williams called for the blocking foul. Older sister of Liz Kitley. Good friends. And her mom, Loretta, there on the right. Angel Gray's got something for us.
Well, first of all, Raven Kitley is the star of Blacksburg. She's wearing her own shirt. It's a part of the NIL collective that Elizabeth Kitley has in their store, so you can purchase that. But it's also just talking about how she's the real star and her best friend that we've well documented throughout the season in her career as well. But I saw a couple other people wearing that exact same shirt across the way. So a lot of people are invested and understand the superstar that Raven Kitley is as well, and they're raising money for autism awareness as well with the proceeds.
That's awesome. I need a Raven Kitley shirt.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to go to not saying she's ruled out of the NCAA tournament. They are not saying it's season ending. And think about this. They played at Virginia on March 3rd. In their first game of the NCAA tournament, depending on when that is, Liz Kitley could have nearly 3 weeks in between the injury and playing again in the NCAA tournament. And who knows, Virginia Tech could possibly, depending on their draw, advance to the Sweet 16 without Kitley, and then Kitley would have 4 weeks of time to get better. So let's all hope, I think just as a basketball fan, that we can see her in the NCAA tournament.
We will see Miami in the tournament as well.
Yes, we will.
Selection Sunday is on St. Patrick's Day. Foul called with the finish by Day Wilson, who's had some late points in this game. This will be the lowest scoring game of the year for Miami. Their previous low, 52 points against
Virginia Tech back in January.
Gets the three-point play. And a timeout taken by Kenny Brooks with 33.4 seconds.
This is what you want to see, as we saw that fan with the sign before the game. Have no fear, Amore is here. She delivered in the second half for Virginia Tech.
Certainly did. As a team, Virginia Tech just hitting 34%, Miami at 36%. Saw some really good things from Strack. Offensively in the first half, defensively in the second half. Who has gotten a lot of minutes because of Kitley's injury. Matilda Eck hasn't scored. How about that? And they're still going to win this game.
Great point, Pam. She's 0 for 7, 0 for 5. Virginia Tech, outside of Amore in the second half, and honestly outside of Strack, I'm not sure Virginia Tech would say they played very well, but they still found a way to win this game against a very good, scrappy tournament team in Miami. And you can build on this. This is a game as well that Clara Strack can build on and get confidence from, as Virginia Tech will have a date with a very good Notre Dame team tomorrow.
And that's a team that they played in the regular season very recently, the second of the last game when they lost at Notre Dame. Notre Dame taking care of Louisville earlier today. Spearman gets the bucket, and Katie Meyer calls a timeout with just under 13 seconds left to go. 2 more games coming your
fan bases, and we saw a lot of Duke fans here yesterday, and we know NC State fans, they always show up to this building.
Passionate. Carolina went home yesterday, courtesy of Miami. King inbounds to Amore, who's anticipating probably being fouled, but got rid of it before she could. Here's Eck. Miami has called off the Dogs. No fouls, and Virginia Tech, without Elizabeth Kitley, the All-American, the 3-time ACC Player of the Year, It was a tough, low-scoring game as anticipated. You know, Katie and Kenny respect each other very much.
Oh, yeah.
But Virginia Tech moves on.
Just a really impressive program win for Virginia Tech. When you don't have Liz Kitley, a lot of other players.
With Coach at halftime, and he said, you know, we don't have Kitley, but we have heart. Describe what went into this win for you guys.
Honestly, like, Liz going out, it sucks, but, like, that's motivation. And, you know, like, well and true that she wants to be out here right now kicking butt. So I think a little bit of us, that was the motivation, you know, do it for Liz, for real.
Claire Strack, unbelievable performance for her. When you're thinking about what she was able to do, 10 points, 5 rebounds, documented a couple blocks as well. What did she show you guys and the rest of the world today?
She's still a baby, but she's got so much potential. Like, she's going to be really, really nasty when she's older. But when Liz went down, we said, just do you. Like, you don't have to be Liz. That's not, you're you. And the way that she attacks the defense and the way that she attacks the boards, it's incredible. And I'm super proud of her today, and I'm sure the girls will give her a good spray when she comes in the locker room.
I definitely heard them cheering for her as she's doing an interview on the floor. And the last thing for you, I saw a sign that said, have no fear, Amore is here. 3 points in the first half. You finished with 21 in the second. What was different for you? And you gave me a look just now. I don't know if there was a conversation with you and Coach. What was that?
No, there was no conversation. It was just that I had to get my head out my butt and start being more aggressive. And I think I did that, so.
Congrats on the win. We'll see you tomorrow. 3rd consecutive chip to the semifinals.
Wow. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Way to get your head out of your butt there, Georgia Amore. Did that and a